Good morning, YouTube. How y'all doing? My name is Paulette, and this is my vlog about Transformation Thursday. Today is the day where I talk about how God has been transforming me, usually in the last week, but I haven't done this video for a while. So I still am going to talk about how He transformed me in the last week, as opposed to the last, I don't know, month, because that would be a lot to talk about. Anyway, if you've watched these videos, then I have mentioned that my church believes in the gifts of the Spirit. We believe in personal prophecy, we believe in speaking in tongues, we believe in all of the gifts of the Spirit. If that offends you, then this is not the video for you. There has been an adult Sunday school class that has been studying prayer for the past, I don't know, 6 weeks, 2 months, give or take. I don't actually attend this adult Sunday school class. I might start attending it. I can't do it when I take my son because they have like breakfast and he wants to eat breakfast. So I might try to start taking it on the Sundays that he's not there. It used to be that I taught Sunday school, so it was like one Sunday a month that I could go to the Sunday school, and I was like, well, that's silly. Anyway, so blah, blah, blah. Long story short, they were studying prayer, and so this past Sunday, they had offered up that they would pray for people, and and if God directed them, they would speak words of prophecy over them. So I went, and it was really, really, really cool. Very spirit-filled prayer. The guy who taught the class opened up in prayer and just was praying, praying the way he had taught them to preach or pray, it was really, really cool. Time passes so fast when you're praying, or at least for me it does. And then they started to feel that God was directing them to pray for certain people, and they did pray for different people, and then they prayed for me, and they had suggested that bring lists of stuff, and so I did, because that's who I am. I like lists. I wrote down a list of things. Now they did not actually have to see them, and they prayed over my list, and then they prayed how God directed them, and God gave them some words about my future. And the really, really cool thing about God is that He gave them words that are specific about me, about stuff they didn't even know about. Like, church is like any other place. Like, I know almost everybody in my church, but there are people that I'm closer to than others, because there's, I don't know, 350 people in our church. You can't be close to every single person. It's just not possible. And so there were people up there that I'm closer to, and then people that I don't know that well. And the guy who taught the class, I don't know him that well, and he started to speak over me. And there's a lady, we have a connection. I don't spend a lot of time with her, but she knows me a little bit, and she started speaking words over me too. There were a couple, and then there were other people around the room, and I taped it because I wanted to hear them again, because sometimes when you're in the moment, you don't hear everything everybody says exactly, but they spoke words of encouragement, and my life is taking a different path. I feel like God, I'm in the process of studying right now, taking 2 different types of classes. One is I'm taking a class, which is it's a Bible study that I'm taking that's very different than the ones I normally do. It's with different people. It's not with people in my church. It's with ladies that I just happen to, somebody I know knows. It's a very special study. It's about changing your life. And then I feel like God has also led me to study in a different type of career, which I feel like inside of me, I don't know how to say this except, and because this would offend spiritual people, but like people who are non-religious, it would bring with them, but it very much resonated with me when I started down this path. I really felt like it was the right thing to do. Like, this is where I was meant to do this. And it's interesting because it's in a field like I never would have ever thought that I would be in this field. But it's a very competitive field. You know, I mean, I have always been very much a, you know, paper and numbers and corporation, and, you know, I'm very good at the different jobs that I've done. You know, but it's very business-like, and as opposed to the kind of business that I feel like I'm being led into. It's a lot more creative, but I can carry some of my, you know, my work ethic, my, you know, timeliness, my follow-up, that kind of thing I can bring into that kind of business, which I have not seen much of that in that business, but I think that will be an asset for me. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because I feel like, I believe that there are people out there that actually watch these videos, and you need to know that God will give you words too. God will give people words of wisdom about you. Sometimes it's when they pray about you. Sometimes it's just somebody on the street. You just never know when God will bring encouragement into your life. And so that is how, I've been talking for 7 minutes. So that is how God has been transforming me in the past week. I am thrilled. And I just wanted to say thank you. I will try to make sure that I start filming this every single week. So I will see you next week.